I gotta go pee though, so I have to get up. Uh, and once I get up to do that, I'm up.
Yep.
Well, I woke up late. We went to bed late. My good morning.
Oh, Donna Dixon. Good morning, Donna.
Good morning, Donna and Bev.
I keep forgetting I don't have to type it in.
Yeah, you can just hey Sharon. Good morning. So we've
Good
just
morning, Sharon. We missed you yesterday when you popped off.
Beverly?
No, Sharon.
Yeah, Beverly's here too. Yeah.
I already said good morning to Beverly.
so
Beverly's
ladies,
my bud.
she is so supportive of everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Bev is just supportive of everybody. She's
Her and I FaceTimed on the phone.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be jealous now.
I was sitting here at the computer and all of a sudden my phone starts making a weird noise. So I look over at it and I'm like, that's somebody calling me.
that that is so sweet. Sharing your laptop or your computer battery?
Yeah,
Died.
the
Oh,
laptop. We didn't find out till later that that had died on her. We just knew that all of a sudden she was gone.
well, Mona had her Zoom yesterday that I missed because the
Yeah,
grandkids, I
that's what
can't.
that's where Sharon disappeared from.
Oh, well, I
Yeah.
just kind of I missed it, and I like getting on Mona's Zooms. I,
Mhm.
I like being on Mona's
There was
Zooms.
only four of us.
Really? Mm.
I'm thinking it will probably be harder as the warmer days come about because people will be running around or out in their
Yeah.
gardens or I missed it too. I had messaged Mona and told her, I said, I would be there, but y'all wouldn't want to hear what was going on in the background of my house. I can't. The Chihuahua, my granddaughter's new puppy, he was in his little crate in my sewing room,
Oh,
and remember when I said I had puppy fever on somebody's live that I really had puppy fever because Deb had a puppy, Susan had a puppy, Jean had a puppy. I don't have puppy fever
Oh, so
anymore.
you're over it now, aren't you?
you got over it real
I got
fast.
over the Chihuahuas are yappy.
Oh, yeah, they
I
are.
mean, they're just such a yappy dog, and this dog just yapped every time my daughter left my sewing room. Then I had my big dogs outside, and that Chihuahua would go up to the fence like he's somebody. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking they will eat you. Then my dogs will eat you.
We have a
So,
friend that has one and it's just constantly barking, barking, barking. And it's real hyper. Yeah.
oh, I came in the room a couple times and I used my mama voice. And I
Hmm.
said, now you just go lie down and I don't want to hear from you anymore. And
Hmm.
it would go in a corner and lie
Oh, she means it. I'm
down.
scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, I hope y'all are doing okay. I really don't have anything planned to talk about.
I've been trying to catch up on blocks, and that's what I did on Friday on Mona's live. Uh,
Well, I was telling Bev that, my daughter's car broke, not Bev, I was telling Deb that my daughter's car broke down while she was here. And so my husband and my daughter were climbing up underneath the car, trying to fix the car. And I had the grandkids who just kept chaos.
yeah.
But then, and she lives 2 hours away. So when she finally called a friend who lived in the area and that friend sent her husband out who's a mechanic. Well, they got it all fixed and she got on the road and about 45 minutes later she calls me up and she says, Mama, we are stuck on the side of the road. And she has
Oh,
two of the
no.
kids with her. She says, we're stuck on it. The piece broke off again. And she's stuck on the road. And I'm thinking, okay, do I need to come and meet you? Do we need to take you home? What do we need to do? You know, your mama brain starts going, what do we need to do? What do we need to do? And I'm like, do you have the doors locked? You know, make sure your door is locked. But the guy that she bought the vehicle from, really super sweet guy. And I mean, he was on the phone with her the whole time she broke down at our house trying to help her fix it. But he lives about 2 hours away too. And he came out with his trailer and picked her up.
Oh, that's nice.
And then he dropped her off at the house, her and the kids off at the house, and then he dropped the vehicle off at a mechanic's friend's house so that he can work on it today. But I'm like, all I could think of, you hear such bad things in the world. All I could think of, it's dark. My daughter's stranded with two kids on the side of the road on a busy road. And I'm like, looking at my husband, what do we do? What do we do? You know?
Uh-huh.
That's scary.
Yeah.
It's not safe there anymore,
Yeah, so I didn't even.
My phone just notified me that we're alive.
Oh, really? Well, my phone hasn't notified me at all. It hasn't notified me at all.
A while ago.
I'm like, why is that going off? And then I looked and it said we were live.
Okay, so Deb, remember last week you were talking about that little seam thing?
Yeah.
Right, and I said I had it in my Amazon thing. So I went ahead and purchased it. And this is what you get when you hit complete order before looking at it.
Oh, no.
I got something totally different. I
Oh,
ordered something totally.
Oh, no.
I
Oh, see,
ordered.
that thing's big.
I ended
Mine
up.
is this big.
Rulers.
I ended up ordering this thing that helps you guide.
I've always wanted one of those.
So I'm thinking, okay, is this something I can use? Because I'm not going to send back something that costs $14 back.
Right.
But
I've always wanted one of those.
You have that, Beth? Well,
I don't have it, but I would like to have it.
Well, it looks like, now I haven't used it yet because I haven't sewn this weekend and it came Friday, but it looks like it would work. And I put it down on the fabric besides guiding, hitting it so you know where your cut is. It actually helps your ruler from moving. So even if you're not using it to cut on that line right there, and it came big enough so I can use it for my big ruler.
Yeah, that's what I wanted it for, was the big one.
Yeah, so word to the wise, check your shopping cart before you hit complete. Because it came in, I'm like, what is this? This doesn't look what showing. And my husband's standing there, and I'm like, I don't know what this is.
You thought they slipped you something, huh?
So, but I'm kind of happy with it. I'm going to try it out.
Rowena, you know that block I was working on Friday on Mona's?
Yeah.
Well, I only had 2 seams left to do. So I quick sewed them up yesterday morning before I got on the live with Mona. I sat almost the whole live with Mona yesterday, picking it all back out.
Oh, no.
Oh.
What happened?
But I got it done now.
What happened? Block back.
Wait, let me make you big because that is so pretty.
I love that.
Oh, that is so pretty.
Now, what's that block called?
I don't know.
Oh, you made it up.
Block 4.
Block 4.
Block 4.
Bev,
That's cute.
I have these things. Is that what's supposed to join it? It came with these extra strips. I don't know. I haven't even looked at it. I stuck it on one of my rulers to see if it would work or if it would go in that notion drawer that I have. That I have a whole bunch of notions. It's like I don't know what I'm supposed to do with some of these things.
Oh, this one I just had to have.
Wait. Hold on. Let me make you big.
It's a marker.
We see it.
Light.
Okay.
It's a multi-pen, and
I've seen those.
Yes, and I just had to have it. It's got different colors in it: red, blue, black, white. I tried it once. It's been in my little carrier thing over here ever since.
Oh no.
Yeah, what is it supposed to do?
It's a marking pen. But it's not a regular pen. Is
it like an erasable pen?
It's more like a pencil.
Oh.
But anyway, I just had to have it. And when I tried to order it at first, it was out of stock, of course. Then when they finally told me that it was back in stock, I quick ordered it, And I tried it once, and then it's been sitting over here ever since.
Well, yeah, I have some notions that I've received in the sampler box and some things that I've purchased because I've seen other people use. And you get it, it's like, this is worthless. I mean, this is worthless. It has no function. It's like, so, Lori, she always uses that bias tape maker so you can make your binding and stuff that has those little things.
Oh, yeah. I have one of those.
It's worthless. It is worthless. Well, I shouldn't say that. It does come with a piece. I didn't notice that. It comes with a piece, a foot, to make it on your put on your sewing machine. But I tried it a couple times. I said it's easier for me to just cut that 2.5 strip or 2-inch strip
and just iron
this. Yeah,
iron it. It is. Yep.
So that's like a.
Gotta mess with the other stuff too much.
And then I bought zippers and thingamabobs to go for bag making because, I watched Mona and Sally Tomato, and I'm thinking, ooh, how pretty. And I bought it before I even tried making the bags. And then I made the bags, and I'm like, I don't like this. I don't like making bags. So I have hardware. Thankfully, it was inexpensive hardware. I didn't buy expensive hardware. I just went to Amazon and bought, packets of hardware. But I was thinking, I don't like this bag making thing. I don't like making the bags, and I don't like fooling with the zippers. But I don't know. And but that's a cute block. Bev, where did you get? Deb, where did you get that? What was the kit called again?
It's called the Secret Fairy Garden.
Oh, okay.
And I got it from Jacqueline Steves.
I have to write that down because I saw it the other day, and I was on my laptop when I was looking at it. So I'm writing it down because I like the fairies on it.
Here's the picture of it when it's supposed to be done.
Oh, yeah. It's got
that's going to be cute.
Turn dash and yeah.
I like those.
I like stars.
Man, I was so happy when we got a star for the solo. Like I knew there were a couple in there.
You asked for stars. Yes, for stars, and we actually almost got 2. So.
Yeah.
Sort of.
You get kind of tired just doing the blocks, and
Yeah.
it's like almost all the blocks are the same. It's just
Yeah.
you're turning the blocks a different
They
way.
are.
The
They
unit
are.
a different way.
Yeah.
So I was really glad about that. So, Sharon or Bev, what y'all got going on? Y'all want to come up? I'll send you the link. You can come up and join us. Bev, you want to come up? You don't have to be all fixed up or anything.
Oh, no. Just come in your pajamas, and who cares if your hair is combed?
Yeah.
Well, my hair has to be combed because in Hawaii, in Hawaii, we call those cowlicks giddy giddies. I would have all these giddy giddies falling out.
Well, I had to comb mine because I keep a headband in it because I can't stand when my hair falls in my face.
Yeah.
And whenever I'm in here, it's always in my face.
Yeah, I can't sew with my hair in my face. And I kind of wish I was like Rowena and be able to wear my hair shorter. But I have I have a limit, once it gets too short, then I look like a boy. So
You look like a boy.
no. You went to a bachelorette party?
Ooh, that's what party. She's resting.
Golly, I haven't been to one of those in forever.
You partied all night.
Yeah, I partied with the kids. You ever play Battleship with kids that cheat?
Oh,
Yeah.
Our granddaughter loved board. She still does. Loves board games. Loves games. And she was real little. Her dad's like, you have to win fair and square. And she got the old maid. She cried.
Well, we were playing Battleship in teams, and my granddaughter's sneaky, so she was over there sneaking to see what her brothers had, and then we switched teams, and it was the two youngest and my oldest grandson and myself, and they were playing. Well, we got a target. So he moved everything on the board, and I said, "Well, how is that fair? I've already pinned what we've called." He says, "Well, that's the rules," and I said, "No,
that's your rules."
Oh, but it was. I mean, we got into a fight over Battleship. Just got me.
You got into a battle, didn't you?
Yep. I mean, and the smaller kids, they call all in the same area. They don't go across the board. They don't know how to strategize. I'm like, so then we tried to play this Uno game that was like a Connect Four. We tried to play this Uno game. They cheated on Uno. I'm like, how do you cheat on Uno?
We used to play Monopoly.
Oh, but I feel like I probably was at a bachelorette's party the day over. Oh, I don't even know if I'm going to get any sewing. I got to get them taxes done.
Oh, we're going to clean out. I think we're going to clean out the garage today.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather be sewing.
Yeah. I really want to finish this quilt. So I've got tops that are stacked up that I need to quilt.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for the sew along to be done.
Yeah.
So that way I don't have to stop. And
yeah, we probably shouldn't have it so long anymore for a while. It's
not through the summer.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I got lots of things quilts to catch up on. So.
Yeah, I really like to get those tops quilted, and I want to get some projects finished. And I could always bring out one of my other sewing machines to do my videos, but when you're quilting, it takes up all your space.
It does.
So, yeah. It just kind of takes up
You
all
don't want
the
to take a
space.
quilt off the machine just to start something new. You're
Well,
in the middle of it.
with my Janome, I have to change the plates in order to free motion quilt. I have to change the plates. So it's just not a matter of changing your, lowering your feed dogs. I have to take the plate out, change the foot, everything else. And it's just too much work.
Mhm.
So that's what I'm going to do. When this is done, I am going to put it on my, sew it all together, and I'll probably do a video how to sash, because some people do not know how to do sash. Do sash with and without. Yeah, Mona. When you listen, when you listen. But I'll go ahead and do video and just wrap it up, and probably doing it 2 different quilting things. One with straight line, just straight, walking foot quilting, and
Did you sash your other quilt that we did for the
I did.
you already got that all done and everything, didn't you?
Yeah, I had it done the
Mhm.
week after we were through.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I had it completed. So
Did you
I'll want to
what color did you sash it in? White?
in no, I sashed it in a gray grunge.
Oh, okay.
It was a light gray grunge with yellow cornerstones.
Okay.
So, and it actually came out really pretty because it blended with all the other colors in the quilt.
Yeah, because there's all kinds of colors in that.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what. And then I think during the summer months, my husband and I, before it gets really hot here in Georgia, before it gets 100 degrees, 90 degrees, where you can't breathe when you go outside, we like to kind of run around and go to farmers markets and things like that early in the morning. And so I don't get as much sewing done in the summertime.
I don't think anybody does. There's just too much to do and you want to be outside.
I want to go to the fairs. I want to go and play. And
people are on vacations and kids are out of school and yeah.
And next month starts our holiday period again, because we're already in April. So next month we have Memorial Day, and then you get into 4th of July.
4th of July. Yeah.
And then before you know it, we're all rushing to get our Christmas projects done.
Labor Day and Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I mean, this year is just flying by.
It is. It is.
I mean, it's just going by. And I don't know. Yeah. So what you doing today, Deb? What's your plans?
I have the 2 lights over here on this side, on either side of my quilt wall.
Mm-hmm.
I need some lights on this side of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I have 2 lights already. I have one on my kitchen table that I used when I was sewing in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to bring that in, and I think I'm going to put that at the corner of my desk and my sewing table.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can move it wherever I want it to go. I can go up and down, I can go left and right. And then I have a smaller light that I can attach here on my desk, so you can see right in front of me. Illuminate down there, so I don't look so dark here.
Well, you look fine. You always look beautiful to me.
I'm just glad I'm dark today because I'm tired.
Well, I might, you never know if I have dark circles under my eyes because I'm just dark. So.
Well, and you wear glasses.
Yeah. That helps because I got dark circles.
Yeah, harder to see them then.
Yeah.
Of course, if I take my glasses off, you can't really see my eyes. They just kind of disappear. Well, it's you just see big old fat cheeks.
I sleep with a CPAP machine.
Oh, okay.
So my husband tells me I have cat whiskers all the time because my cheeks are so chubby and Then I have that, and I have to have that thing on kind of tight in order for it to stay where I put it.
So you can't use the. Do you use like the nasal cannula or do you use the mask?
I use the nasal pillows.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't think I can sleep with something completely over
I
my.
couldn't. I couldn't. Yeah.
Well, the first time I would use it, I would be like, Luke, I am your father.
My husband had one that covered his face, and it gave him a sore right here in the bridge of his nose.
Uh-huh.
So when he saw that I really liked the nasal pillows, he switched to them. But now I have to wear a chin strap with it too, and it looks like I got a jock strap on my head.
So remember the Three Stooges, whenever they had a toothache and they had their chin wrapped.
Yep, they had that on. They had the tie up here. Yeah.
But can you sleep on your side, or do you always have to sleep on your back when you
I
wear one of
only
those?
sleep on my side.
Okay.
I can't sleep on my back.
And the jock strap has a little Velcro piece back here to hold it back. And it hits my ear here, so I have to get it turned just right so it's above my ear.
So we would like a picture of that, and I will use that as well.
Back when my first granddaughter was just a toddler, she was spending the weekend with us. She came in to get grandma up, and here I am. I've got this whole thing on my face.
Scared her to death.
Beside the bed. And you know how you can just feel somebody watching you? I opened my eyes, and there she is just staring at me. So I quick flip it off, and I said, "Hi, honey."
Is that really grandma? Am I in the right room?
She just stared at me. Didn't say nothing, just stood there and stared.
But yeah, if you will send me a picture, I'll use it for next week's snippet. Can you guess what Deb was doing?
I have a picture too of me trying to get on a necklace that I bought, which I don't wear jewelry, but I bought this necklace because I thought it was really cute. So I was trying to get it on. I couldn't figure out how to get it on, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'll try going over my head. So I put it over my head, and it's all laying here in my face. That I'll have to send you that one.
Yes.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh, you know, the things that happen as you get older. I mean, you know, how you sleep, just everything just changes, and you become your grandparents, and you're like, when did I wake up and get to be that old? But we play this game, and so I hope I don't offend anybody, but I'm sorry. But you know, there's a lot of actresses that we grew up with that are in our age group, maybe a little older, and they don't look anything like you remember them looking, and they don't look like they've aged the same way that we have aged. And it's like suddenly they're just all stretched out and have these cheeks. So my husband and I played this game. Has she had work, or has she?
She's got a facelift several times.
Yeah.
But there is one actress. There is one actress that we saw the other day, and was it Catherine Hagel? Oh.
I don't think she's had any.
Well, her cheekbones are misplaced now. Is it Catherine?
Are they?
or I mean, her cheekbones are touching her eyeballs now. So I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen her for a while.
And but we play this game, and then I look in, we kind of look in the mirror, and um, like Melissa Gilbert from Little House in the Prairie, and she still reminds me of what she looked like in the like
Yes.
she looked, and how Melissa would age.
Uh-huh.
She still looks like that. And then there is
There's
what's
Melanie Griffith. Oh my gosh.
yeah,
She looks horrible.
you can't tell Melanie Griffith and
Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan.
She looks
Yeah, and then I watched something with Julia Roberts that was probably a couple years ago, and I'm thinking, well, Julia Roberts doesn't look like she's had much work done. I mean, she may have had a filler done here or there, but it doesn't look like because she's got that, that natural aging, and I think that natural aging is a lot prettier than the ones that have than have had work. But yeah, my husband and I play this game. We'll watch this movie. It's like, who's that? Who's that? And I'm over there Googling them. Who's the actor on this show? Because I can't figure it out. And there is one show that it's the cutest show. It's the cutest show, and I think it's a Paramount show, but it's called So Help Me Todd.
Oh yeah.
And it has a couple of older actresses that that they've all had work on them. And it's like it was a game to them who had the most amount of work. So you sit there in the mirror, and you get older, and you have chin hairs and everything that grow out. Chin hair. And you sit there and go, I wonder if I can just do a little tuck here or a little thing there.
I go back here by my ears when I pull.
Yeah, well, it's this thing that's going on over here, and you're like, can we lift that up a little?
I'm really getting the turkey neck now because I've been losing weight. And of course, right here and right here is where I lose it all first. I'm starting to get a turkey
in the face. He's losing the face at first.
Yeah. So you find yourself sitting there watching TV, just kind of doing this thing. It's like, where did this come from?
Where did that come from? It happened overnight.
Yes. And then, and the strange thing is, men age, for the most part, men age a lot differently than women.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I can look at my husband, and it's probably because I love him, but I look at my husband, and I'm thinking, you haven't really changed in all this time that we've known each other. I don't think he's still a string bean. I think he's only ever gone up one pant size in the 35 years. He's still a string bean. I look at him, and he looks exactly the same. And when we go out, I think in my mind, they're thinking, who's this grandma that you're with? He looks exactly the
same. That's because you live with him. You don't see it's gradual changes.
But the man doesn't have any gray hair on his head except on his beard. And
mine does.
Yeah. No, my husband has no hair, but yeah, my husband has. I don't think my husband has changed. And then I look in the mirror, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I look so tired. I just look tired. The older you get, you just look tired. It's not old; it's just tired. You look tired.
Well, Lisa, you think that when you retire, you have all this time that you got to do stuff. You don't have time. You wonder how you worked. Yeah. I mean, I'm doing stuff that I want to do now instead of stuff I have to do, but I still don't know how I had time to work.
I think maybe working was mandatory if you have to pay your bills.
Yeah.
And then once people leave you alone when you're working because, especially if you have family members who like to borrow from you.
Now,
They want you to keep that
what
income.
people say now is, what do you do all day since you're retired?
Yeah.
I had somebody ask me that. Well, if you retire, what do you do all day? They asked me so many times. I was like, I'm just gonna do whatever I want. That's what I finally told me because it's.
Or you get the ones that say, "Well, you're retired. You have time to do this."
Yeah. Can you do this? Can you do that? Because
I don't have time for that.
Well, so I have this romantic view of retirement, which is I'm going to wake up when I normally wake up, but I'm going to just kind of lounge around in my PJs and sew, and then every now and then go buy some groceries, and get somebody to come in and clean my house for me because when I retire, I don't want to have to clean the house. I don't want to have to do it.
She don't want to have to cook either.
Well, so I'm so short. I'm so short that one of the things I'm finding I have to do now is before when I used to clean my tub and my shower and stuff, I could just lean over and stretch out and scrub. I have to go into the tub now and actually sit in there and scrub. There ain't no leaning.
Take a bath while you're there.
Yeah, there's no leaning. I have to go in there and I have to get those extension steps because I can't stretch as much. And I'm thinking, well, when I retire, I might hurt a hip trying to climb in the bathtub, trying to clean the shower. But no, I'm looking forward to retirement. I'm not going to be one of those people who work into their 70s.
No.
I couldn't wait. Actually, I checked into it when I was 62. I checked into it. I was anxious to get.
I started my countdown at 45.
Yeah.
Because I knew I was going to do everything I could to retire at 55.
I checked into Social Security at 62, but then we started working from home. Because then I thought, okay, I'll stick it out till I'm 65.
Well, there is a young lady that works for the place that I contract with.
Yeah.
And she's in her 70s and her husband's in her 70s. And so she doesn't work a full-time week. She works just a couple of days. But she comes in and she's like a go-getter. I think she's 72 now. She is a go-getter and she wants to do this and do that and long-term planning with the organization. And I'm thinking, man, I'm just trying to get to next year in the year. I do not, in my 70s, I do not want to have to think about work.
No.
I just don't want to have to think about work. I think my husband would probably find a part-time job, but I don't want to think about work. I want to be able to be that person that if somebody says, oh, we need volunteers for that, I can raise my hand and say, and pick and choose what I do. And if I say I want to take the whole month of May off, I'm going to take the whole month of May off and do nothing. But yeah,
I had a niece that said when I retired, she's like, well, because I want to leave this job. And she said, well, you can always go get another job somewhere else. I said, when I'm retired, I'm retired. That's it.
And I also do not want to be one of those grandma. I don't want to be one of those grandmas that watch the second generation of kids. Mm-hmm. I don't want to have to. You have some grandparents.
I want to raise them.
Yeah, so I'll do my grandchildren, but I hurt now with my grandchildren, and I don't want to be 80 years old or 75 years old if I'm blessed to live that long and have to full-time watch great-grandchildren.
Well, I worked with a woman that she didn't retire till she's 73. She retired a month after I did. And she retired and now is homeschooling her grandkids.
Oh my gosh, no.
Yeah, I think, and I can't really say what's going to happen. Oh, none of us can say what's going to happen a year from now. It may be a situation where you have to do it, but mom and daddy going to be there someplace.
Yep.
It's not going to be all going to be on me because I'm retired.
Yep.
I'm retired.
But that's the perception, though, that you have all the time in the world to do whatever they want you to do.
Yeah.
And that's not just your kids, that's everybody.
I had a grandmother that did nothing, though. I mean, she sat there and she watched soap operas all the time.
Yeah, I had a grandma that did that, but she cooked. Her other place was the kitchen.
Yeah, no, she didn't even do that. She sat there and she watched soap operas all the time. She was unique.
Well, that's all my grandma did when she got older.
Now, I had another grandmother who, my dad's mother, who lived till she was 98, 99 years old.
That's why.
And
there we go.
Okay. Are you back now?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I had a grandmother that lived until she was close to 100, and she was bossy. She was bossy. She was a little frail and couldn't get in that kitchen, but she would tell her kids how to cook and how to do things and what needed to be done. And she still had her standards. But the other grandmother I don't know what was wrong with her. I mean, she probably worked. I don't know because I don't remember her that well. But she must have had a hard life or something because when she retired
completely.
Yeah. Well,
I don't blame her.
Retired.
There's a lot of people don't like retirement, but they get bored or whatever, but I don't miss it at all.
Well, you probably are active in your church too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, everybody thinks that you just go to church on Sundays, but people who actually are involved in their church, they have things going on.
My husband and I are both on the board, and he does a lot of stuff, and I work in the kitchen at church. They plan activities and
So I would say that if you're part of a church, that you're busy all the time, because a lot of the retired people in the church I was in previously, those retired people stay busy. They're the ones that volunteered every time they had some kind of community thing going on. They were on every committee that was there. And
we unlock the church. We lock up the church. We're the first ones there, last ones to leave.
Yeah. So that keeps you busy. That's kind of a job. I mean, that's kind of a job. But I don't know. I'm going to play with this thing. I'm going to have, Deb, I'm going to have to go and find that little scene. I just can't believe. Oh, and then this came in the mail all the way from China. And you can barely see it. But it is like some leather labels. And it's supposed to say "Made with Love" by Lisa. That you can with a little dove that you can barely see. I'll make myself big. I'll show it to you. But that where is it that you can barely see? But my daughter, it was one of my birthday presents, and it has these metal clasps on it. I can't put that in the quilt. I can't. So I think it's made for bags.
Oh, okay.
If you make the bag and it's a leather strip that you would put because it has fasteners.
Oh, yeah, I bet it is. Yeah.
Yeah. But it came in the mail. I got this Amazon package that came in, and I opened it up, and I'm thinking, I haven't ordered anything. I'm like, what is this? What is this for? What are people sending me?
It sounds like
And
with ambassadors, it's maybe for bags.
yeah, so when my daughter came over, I said, "Is this what you told me that you got me?" And she said, "Yeah, I thought it was cute. You could go and put it on your quilt somewhere when you made it." I'm like,
Nah.
"No, you don't understand. You should have asked your daughter." And Emma would have told her, Emma, my granddaughter would have said, "No, no, Mama, no.
Didn't she?
I can't use that. Mama can't."
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know. It's been quiet in the chat. You guys haven't
Yes,
said
it has.
anything.
Been
You
really
haven't
Yeah.
Everybody had a weekend like we did yesterday. Are y'all ready for the eclipse? Are you going to watch it?
No.
I don't know if we can see much of it here, but
I'm going to watch Rita's if I can, if I
yeah.
don't have any
Yeah,
meetings
she's in
going
a good
on.
spot.
We only have about a 60% chance of seeing it.
Oh, really? I think I'm going to watch Rita's just to see what she says, because I can imagine she's going to say, "Okay, it's getting dark now, y'all. We're going to watch." There it goes. You hear the chickens? The chickens went to bed.
They thought it was nighttime.
Yeah, they went to bed. Oh, they're back out again. The chickens are coming back out. The roosters are crowing.
Tomorrow's our granddaughter's birthday, so
Oh,
yeah, she lives in Boston, so I don't know how much. I don't know if they can see it or not, but
yeah, we're not. I'm gonna watch Rita's, but
yeah,
I have to work. It's not like I'm. And I think we get to see a sliver where
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
live. It's like, okay, so it's like the cloud,
Yeah.
just moved over the sun.
Yeah.
Block the sun a little.
Gonna be a lot of traveling. It sounds like on the news. A lot of people on the road.
Yeah, it is crazy, and it's really hyped up.
I can't believe all the people that took vacation to go over and see it.
Yeah.
Schools are canceled. Schools are out and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so you just need to go, and gas is so expensive. Gas keeps going up.
Yeah.
But you need to be anywhere the eclipse isn't. That would be a good vacation spot.
Yeah. It'd be quiet and peaceful, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we used to go to Florida in March, for my birthday, until one time we went there, and it was we went someplace, and they had nothing but motorcycle gangs all over the place. It was it was so loud. I mean, it might have been in Panama City. We might have gone to Panama City, and there was spring break going on and some motorcycle convention. And I said, "We'll never do this again. We're never doing that again."
We should go to Florida like in end of January.
Mm-hmm. And what part of Florida did you go to?
North Fort Myers.
Okay. I like going by Apalachicola and Mexico Beach in that area.
But we go to see my sister-in-law, so she lives
Okay.
in North Fort Myers.
Well, we haven't been there in a while, but that area in Mexico Beach and Apalachicola, it's a really pretty drive. And if you drive all the way down, there is a state park that is really empty. I mean, it has families go out there, but you don't have all that commercial stuff going on, and that's really pretty. If I'm going to the beach, that's where I want to go. So nobody sees me in my t-shirts and shorts when I'm getting into the water, because there's no bikini or bathing suit going on here.
Not here either.
Nope. I'll just sit there in a wet t-shirt and everything else on the beach, hoping to dry off. I mean, yeah, there comes an age you just don't need to be in a bathing suit.
We saw a sight yesterday on the way home from church. I'm not even going to describe what it was. It was unbelievable. Somebody standing on the corner street, couple people standing on the street corner. The way they were, way they were not dressed. I should say. It was bad.
Hey, Francis. Good morning. You want to come up, Francis? I'm going to put the link in there. Anybody can come up. There's hardly anybody.
Yeah, there's Francis.
Good morning, Francis.
How you doing? How's John?
Yeah, poor guy.
Yeah. Yeah. But so I didn't get, what was I going to say?
So how many quilts did you say you had to quilt?
I have 7 that are hanging but they're smaller quilts, they're not full size. This one's probably going to be the biggest. And
is that one you're keeping, or is that?
I will probably donate this one because it would be a larger quilt. It's going to be 72 by 72. So it's a larger quilt that either a teenager could use or.
I like the Lori Holt one, the applique one you did.
I want to do another one. I want to do not exactly that one. She has another kit coming out.
Did you put any like stabilizer on the back of those before you appliqued them?
Lori Holt has this. It's kind of like stabilizer, but it's a little thicker that you use, and then you stitch it and you flip it, and so all your seams are closed.
Oh.
But it's a little difficult to quilt when you're quilting it on your machine because you're going through multiple layers. So I bought that batting, that really thin batting that we looked at. I bought that really thin batting, and you can quilt 10 inches apart. So I just echoed that applique and did not hand quilt the inside or free motion quilt the inside, and then I just quilted along the other sides.
Oh yeah.
So because I wanted it to be poofy. I don't, whenever you machine quilt, the closer it is together, the stiffer.
Stiffer.
I mean, yeah, and I don't like that stiff feel unless it's a wall hanging.
I don't either. I don't like it in quilts. I like it puffy in quilts.
Yeah, so I try to find batting that you can the furthest apart, and the furthest apart was that one that I've seen was 10 inches. So that one worked real well. And so I want to do another one. I'd like to make a quilt like that for each of the grandkids for when they get older. But I like the Lori Holt.
Still come up. We're in our PJs.
Yeah, I'm in my PJs, for instance. You lay in the bed and talk to us when you're on reading.
That's right. You do. Come up anyway.
Sharon, you didn't like that interfacing method. So what I have done after the first couple that I did, I actually trimmed away some of that extra portion. And then she does a lot of layering. You wouldn't think so, but if she's doing a heart in a heart in a heart, she'll have 3 sizes hearts, and hearts. You're doing the flip thing for all 3 hearts, and then you're layering it on top of each other.
That's a lot of layering.
Yeah. So it does get thick. So what I did was I went ahead and trimmed around on the inside to take out some of that excess fabric. Yeah, so I'm thinking about, I like her simple shapes, and the shapes are expensive. I mean, to get the shapes, they're expensive. But I'm thinking about, they sell, those, they're like flat pieces of, I don't even know what they're called. They're like flat pieces of board that you can iron on to keep a straight seam, to iron a flat crease. And I'm thinking about taking some of it and rounding it out if I can find it. So I can take one of those little irons and iron it down pretty much the way Jean does it, where she does her little hand appliques, and not use all that interfacing, but still have that shape. Good morning, Bernice.
Yeah. I didn't know if Rita actually put stabilizer behind her chickens, when she appliqued them or not. So.
I think she did.
She does.
Yeah, I think she did, because hers was a little thing.
Really thin. Heat and bond.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
On light is what she uses.
Yeah, because I think Peggy Lynn's was thick. The one Peggy Lynn, hers was a little thicker than Rita's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hers. So, but yeah, so her method, Lori Holt's method, is a lot of layering, but on the positive side is you get a very nice 3-dimensional look to it. It doesn't look flat.
Kind of like puppy, they stand out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So after I quilted it, I mean, it's pretty. It's like it comes out at you.
Out, yeah.
Yeah. So you can see definition.
I would like that part of it.
Yeah. So I really like that. Hey, Donna. That's okay. We are, I'm talking about nothing. I'm so tired.
I'm talking about nothing.
I'm talking about nothing.
Hi, Donna Armstrong.
Yeah, we're just I woke up late this morning. I am sore. The grandkids. I'm surprised grandson isn't up yet. And then we have to do all that running around this morning.
Oh, no, they always sleep late when they go to grandma's.
They stay up late.
Well, he is like Francis's Trevor. He can stay up all night long. But he went to bed relatively early last night.
Our grandson would do that. He'd be up all night long, and then he'd sleep till like 2:00 in the afternoon the next day.
Well, the room that I switched them to, we took down the doors on that room to kind of open it up, because it's one of the smaller rooms. And my husband has been painting the doors so he can put the doors back up. Because he gets on the game system and all we do is hear him gaming with his friends. And it's like they get loud. And they have their little headphones on and they're playing, and you're like, oh man, that's all you hear.
How loud they're getting.
Yeah. And then my husband, he can't hear very well. He's little. So I have this competition of the TVs going. I've got one raising their volume.
You're in between the both of them.
Yeah. And
you need to make your sewing room soundproof.
And so I'm in the sewing room and I'm over there trying to catch up on a live or, something like that. Can't, because all I hear is this noise, trying to listen to the live in my sewing machine. And I'm thinking, such chaos. But
get some earplugs or something. That probably wouldn't even drown it out, would it?
No, because I'll use my earbuds to listen to it, so it doesn't bother my husband when I'm in the sewing room.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't like to keep the sewing room door closed when it's just us two. I don't like to leave it open, so I feel like I'm still with him, even though I'm not.
Yeah.
I
don't keep any doors closed either.
But now my husband can watch the movies and it will be loud. And I'll say, "Oh, you need to watch this." I said, "I just listened to it. I know what's going on. I know everything.
I can see it. I can hear it.
I know everything." He'll watch it. There may be a series that we're watching, and I'll say, "Do you mind if I watch the next one, the next episode? Do you mind?" And I'm like, "No, I'll be in here sewing." And he'll come and try to tell me, catch me up and say, "Oh, so this happened, this happened." I'm like, "I know, I know."
I hear every word.
I'm like, I know.
Like having the radio on.
Oh, and he watches this one, he's watching this one thing. I think it's on Netflix. It's some kind of challenge where you have all these really strong people in Japan doing stuff. So it is voiced over, because it's a Japanese,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
Japanese show, but it's all voiceover. So I hear this, and we will go to the next level.
That'd be kind of annoying.
So I'm sitting here listening in the background to, yes, and she said that we, in high pitched voices. Oh, Beverly, you're so sweet. I don't worry about the subscriptions or the thumbs up. I just like to come and visit with you all and hang out with you all, and that's about it.
That's the way.
I appreciate the subscribers, so don't get me wrong. I appreciate everybody who subscribes, and I appreciate everybody who watches, but I think I just love hanging out with you all more.
Yeah.
Now, hit me up when I'm 65 and I need the $25 after 3 months.
What sewing machine do you use for piecing and quilting?
Oh, I use a Janome, and it's not the high dollar Janome. I think my Janome cost me $2,000, and I got that on sale one Christmas, or it might have been a little bit more. But I piece and I do my free motion quilting on it, and it's really good for free motion quilting. It says it's an 11-inch throat space, but you never quite get 11, so I'm thinking it's more in the 9-inch range. But it's really good for free motion quilting, and I would rather use that than get one of those smaller 4-foot or 5-foot frames. That wouldn't be able to hold a big quilt. The only thing is I do not like to break thread.
Oh, yeah.
When I'm free motion quilting, so I always start in the middle and try to work that whole quadrant, a quarter quadrant, so I don't break thread.
Yeah.
But yeah, I use a Janome. I tried it. I have a Singer, and I can't think of what the Singer is. It's probably a $600 machine, and it pieces very well. But I tried to free motion quilt on that, and it could not do it because I think it had one of those 4-inch throat spaces. The standard. Yeah. It wasn't very wide, and I had a lot of problems shoving it up under.
Yep. Yep, I have a Juki. Yep. I have about 4 or 5 machines. I got an old Singer that's a 1949 Singer. And it pieces really. It sews like it's really heavy duty and does a good job piecing. I never quilted on it. And I have a Janome that the neighbor lady gave me. This is like brand new. She just called me up one day and said, "You want a sewing machine?" That's one of her friends was cleaning out her mother's house, and I said, "Well, I'll get it from you." And she's like, "No, she don't want anything for it." So she gave me all kinds of thread and rulers and kits, quilting kits.
Yeah, I'm not that lucky.
Well, I was shocked because she sent me a picture of it. She texted me and sent me a picture of it. And it's like, this looks like brand new. And then she brought it over, and it's like, are you sure you don't want anything for it? Because this is a machine. So.
Yeah, I like my Janome. Deb, what do you sew with?
I have 2 brothers. One is the basic brother that does a straight stitch and a zigzag. That's it. And then I got my newer one, which is computerized, got all the different stitches on it.
I have a semi-industrial brother. Then I got one that has the cheaper one that has like 90 stitches, different kinds of stitches on it. And that's good for, applique. That's the only one I have applique.
Yep.
I've seen people put their 9-inch, their Juki.
Yeah,
on the, what is it, the Grace frame?
Yeah, the cutie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen
I
it.
have the cutie. I have the cutie. Yeah.
I
But
have the
you
cutie,
can
but
put
I
it on there.
haven't used it.
What?
I have the cutie, but I haven't used it. It's still in the box.
Oh, I got it set up. It's set up, but and I've used it.
And how big is the cutie frame?
Oh wow, it's look like the tabletop. I can't even remember how big it is. It does good job. It does a good job. It's 6 foot long.
You see, I don't even have room for a 6 foot one.
I actually had a big table. I had a big table that I used for cutting, and they ended up. That's where it ended up, was on that table, and then I got another table to cut on.
Okay.
So yeah,
Yeah, I don't have
I have my brother on
space.
it. Because I didn't have the Juki at the time, so I have
Mm-hmm.
the semi-industrial brother on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I looked at the Juki before I bought the Janome, and I had to weigh what I wanted it to
Uh-huh.
do because I know then I don't have a long arm.
Right.
And so I went with the Janome, and I looked at the brother too, but I didn't know as many people back then who had a brother.
The brother's a lot like the Juki. It's a brother. Was it 1500 P? I can't remember. What is it? A PQ 1500 SL, and it's a lot like the Juki.
Mm-hmm.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, I was looking at the cutie frame, and I don't know where I would put it. I mean, I
Yeah,
really
you have
want.
to have
Folds
a
up
pretty good.
too. It folds
Yeah,
up, and you can
yeah.
just put it
You can
away.
fold it up, and you can actually put it under the bed. If you don't use it
Oh,
or whatever.
really?
Yeah.
Or behind the door. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. It does
And
fold up,
then,
but I keep it out because it's just. I'm not going to set it up all the time. And that's why I got the Juki, because I was using the brother and on it. And then I'm taking it off if I need to sew. And it's like this. And my husband said, well, you just need to get another sewing machine because you don't have to take it on and off all the time, So I was like, okay. So I got this Juki.
yeah, because one of the biggest issues I have, and I like free motion quilting because I like doing the thread art and stuff on the smaller pieces.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the biggest issues I have is line of sight. When you're free motion quilting under a sewing machine, you're not really able to see what's in front of you.
Right.
You're not looking down on it. You're just kind of looking at a section. So if I wanted to do something bigger, and I don't mark my quilts,
Yeah.
I mean, I just kind of go for it. I said, that's where I want to go, and this is what I'm going to do. So, but I have a hard time seeing what is in front of it to measure it up and say, okay, I need to, continue on this way or that way. And that's the only thing, but I don't,
Yeah. Yeah. I do have my brother on the cutie frame. I never took it off. I just piece with the Juki. You can put either one on there, whichever one you want. So.
and I have been seeing videos on Instagram where people applique while they're long arming on their long
Really?
arm. Yeah, so they
Pam
have their
did that.
Who did?
Pam,
Oh,
Craft
did she?
On, and so forth.
what
She
she
actually
was
pieced. She
right.
pieced.
She pieced it,
Mhm.
but there are videos where people have just a blank fabric, a yard of fabric. I guess they're making a wall hanging or something,
Mhm.
but they have just a yard of fabric that they have on their long arm, and it's not. I think it's a QD or Grace frame or something too, but it's just the long arm, and they take the applique pieces and lay it down, and they stitch it. So
Like raw edge stitching or
no,
straight?
some of them have turned it, and and some of them have done the flip method,
Okay.
but they just place it down on it, and then they applique right on. So you're actually, you can't echo, you have to applique the piece
Right.
on. And I was thinking that would make pretty artwork.
Yeah.
and I would like to try that again. I don't have the space for it.
I think Pam pieced hers, just laid one piece on top of another and then set it down and flipped it and sewed another. Yeah, like jelly rollers. I think she did a jelly roll.
Yeah, she did a jelly roll, but she did another one too.
Did she? I didn't see that one.
How's her husband doing?
I don't know.
I didn't know if maybe
he had a stroke, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't heard.
He had a stroke and he was still in the hospital when she was on Rita's Friday night, but she left real sudden too. So I don't know if something happened again or not. I haven't talked to her since then.
Yeah, I hadn't heard, I didn't watch Rita's. I haven't watched a replay from yesterday yet.
I watched.
So I didn't know.
Rita comes on late today for me.
She is late. I come on and I say hi and
does she have one coming up at 10:30 tomorrow night or something?
I think she messed up. I think it's supposed to be 10:30 in the morning because
in the morning,
Because if not,
clips.
Yeah, because if not, she'll be doing her live right after we get off our live for the sampler.
That's what I thought. I thought, oh, 10:30 p.m. I was wondering if it was a mistake.
And I know the other night her live was like over 3 hours when she's baking the cake.
Yeah, I didn't want to spend 10 to 20,000 either on a.
No,
well, I don't have room for a long arm. I don't have.
I don't either.
I don't have any room for one. If I had all the money in the world, I wouldn't have the room for it.
And I got the cutie on sale for $600 and something.
I did too.
And I've seen them advertised for $489 now.
Oh, I have.
So the frame is $600, and then you would have to have your sewing machine.
Machine to put on it. Yeah.
I already had the sewing machine, and it takes one with a larger throat. So because you got it glides real easy. It's really smooth, but you have to have one with the larger throat, or you're not going to go very, very far with it.
And so, how much is quiltable space? So you're still only quilting, like if you only have a 9-inch throat, you're still only quilting a 7-inch row, because I'm assuming you're doing row quilting.
Row.
So you're quilting by the row.
Yes.
And so I wouldn't be able to do it the way I do it. And if
you have a bigger throat, which you have a bigger throat than I do, you have a bigger throat. The front of it pulls out to make it, wider. You can expand it.
Okay.
Oh, that's too bad, Sharon.
It does take a semi-industrial sewing machine, though. Oh, he's paralyzed on one side.
Yeah.
And I don't have Facebook or anything, so I'm not able to make contact with her and follow up with her. I don't even think I have her email address.
I don't think I do either, because I don't think she was in the block swap or anything, was she? That's too bad.
Deb was in the block swap in her head. Oh,
she thought she joined.
She was in the block swap in her head. She was doing it along with us.
It was fun.
It was.
And I really liked teasing with Sheila.
Oh, yeah. Oh, she really threw Sheila for a loop that day.
Yeah, that was funny.
Oh, no. Then she grabbed her list of people and trying to find out whether she sent her a list.
She's looking down that list like crazy. Yeah. And I'm sitting here just laughing like crazy.
We cracked up laughing that day.
And I'm sitting here going, I am so glad I'm not on camera when I'm doing this, because she would have known right away if she looked at my face.
Yeah.
That
was funny.
But Sheila was going to make it right now. Sheila was going to make it right.
Sharon said they're still waiting for Deb's block.
I was thinking of making a block though and just sending it to Sheila. Just out of the blue.
Yeah. You should now that it's all over with, she'll forgot about it. Now it's time to send it.
She'll be able, and she'll be up on Rita's live. It's like, I got this in the mail. Let me show it.
She'll feel so bad that she feels like she needs to send you one.
I know she will, and that's why I haven't done it yet. So
I do it anyway for the fun of it.
Yeah.
I don't want her to feel bad.
Send her that little chicken wire block that you've got. Just that little square. That way
that was good.
She won't feel so bad and have to make one.
I had fun on that video.
Yeah.
I
held up that blank recipe card too.
I got blamed for that one. Yeah.
And I haven't done anything with those recipes.
I haven't either.
I have not done anything with those recipes. Sorry, y'all, if you're watching or if you're on here or you're watching, because I have not tried your recipes, have not cooked your recipes, because it's either sewing or cooking, sewing or cooking.
Yeah.
Would you rather sew than cook?
Yeah. Oh, I did try that. Recipe that they kept talking about with the angel food cake and the lemon
pie filling.
Yeah.
The lemon squares.
Yeah, but mine didn't come out. Mine didn't come out.
I haven't tried it yet. I want to, but I haven't.
Mine did not come out like a lemon square. It came out like a lemon angel food cake.
Oh, really?
I mean, mine came out like a lemon angel food cake. It's this thick. It's pretty thick, and
is it an angel food cake mix or just a lemon cake mix?
I think it was an angel food cake. It was an angel food cake mix.
Oh.
Now somebody might be able to correct me, but I used the angel food cake mix with the lemon pie filling.
Oh, I think I was under the impression it was just a lemon cake mix. Oh, I could probably be wrong.
It was I used so I may have made it wrong, but it came out really good because I had a lot of it yesterday.
I'm glad you mentioned it because I was probably wrong.
Yeah, but it was really easy and it was so tasty. And put that powdered sugar, and it's not really sweet, but it's not quite as tart as like a lemon bar or whatever. It just had that that hint. She thinks Rita should bake all of us a angel food cake, but it was really good because I went to the store, bought a Duncan Hines angel food cake mix, and kept it in per the mix instruction.
Oh yeah.
And just threw in that can, mixed it, and it doubled in size from my dish. And and when it deflated, it was the size, maybe just a little smaller than the dish.
Oh yeah.
But it was so good, and it was so light. Yeah. Rita just needs to send us a care package. I think every time she cooks or every time she bakes, she just needs to send us a care package.
Yeah, she makes nice angel food cakes.
Yeah, Maureen said it was an angel food cake, so I got it right. I thought that's what Sandra had said, and that's what I went out and bought. And I did do it with the with the recipe that you only add water, but I didn't add water. I just used the cake mix and the lemon pie filling.
Yeah,
makes that really good. I'll make another one that's really, really good. And I'm wondering if you can do it with strawberries, because that might be a nice
probably. That's a good idea.
If they have a strawberry pie filling. Do they have strawberry pie filling?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do.
Okay.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I might have to try that. But it was really easy, really good. That would be a good takeaway if you have to make something the last minute and take it someplace, because it's just really easy to mix up. It was really good.
Yeah.
But other than that, I have not used anybody's recipe. I have not made Rita's dumplings. I have not.
Because you don't have time.
I do have time. We all make choices in this life. My choice is not to cook.
I know.
I am not. I just, some people love to cook. I've just never been a person that like getting in the kitchen. I'm just, I'll eat spaghetti once a week just so I don't have to think about what I need to make. And I like omelets, but
Oh yeah.
and I like Asian food, so but I just never been a real big. My daughter is an excellent cook. I mean, an excellent cook. I told her, I said, we don't have a full size oven. We have one of those wall ovens,
Oh yeah.
and they're not full size. And we have,
they're not that big, are they? My sister had one of those.
yeah, they're not. You can't put a full cookie sheet, the full size cookie sheets in it. You have to put the smaller cookie sheets in it because the door won't close all the way.
I made a couple wedding cakes one time, and the great big pans, like the 16-inch round.
Mm-hmm.
I could bake one layer at a time.
Yeah, I have, my house is an older house, and I guess appliances were smaller back then, because if I framed it out, if I was to remove the oven we have now and framed it out, there'd be no cabinet left. It would take the whole cabinet. So we can either take all of that out when we redo the kitchen and just put a full size stove, in there.
We have a full size stove, but
I have a small kitchen too. I have a little galley kitchen because ranch kitchens in the 60s weren't that big.
right.
In the smaller homes, it's really tight. I don't have one of those open farm kitchens.
You used to have a ranch style house. That's what we have.
Yeah, and my kitchen is really small. I mean, it's there to cook and that's it, not to entertain in.
Yeah, well, our kitchen's big enough. We got a table and everything in it.
No, my kitchen is small.
Maureen, I have done the crushed pineapple, and it's really good.
Is it? My husband would like that.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder, you could probably make it like, hey, yo, Patty G.
Oh, Patty.
You could probably make it like could you make it like an apple cider? You know how you make an pineapple upside down?
Oh yeah, I love pineapple upside down cakes.
So if you took it and you put the crushed pineapples with a little bit of cherries and just added a little brown sugar and butter, I wonder how that would come out. Like all mixed in.
Making me hungry. Making me hungry.
But anyway, ladies, I know we just keep going over and over and over our mark.
That's
but
okay.
I gotta get that grandson awake.
Wow, I didn't even realize what time it was. Time went by fast.
Gotta get that grandson awake, wake him up. It's it only takes him 2 hours, and then he has to go play his games. Hey, Judy. So that way, get him shopping for some clothes. Take him clothes shopping.
Okay.
But we probably, I don't know. What do you think if we started at 7:30 instead of 7?
Fine with me. I don't care.
I don't know. Would that work for you, Deb?
Yeah, I'm
Push it back a half an hour since we kind of go over. But yeah, we can. Although Sundays at 7:30 doesn't have the same ring.
Yeah, kind of odd time, huh?
Yeah, I'll have to come up with a new name for it. Sunday chat, Sunday review, Sunday.
Yeah, because Sunday at 7 rhymes,
Yeah, so we'll have to do Sunday review, Sunday with the girls, Sunday hangout. I mean,
you can still do the Sunday at 7 and then put ... 30.
That would be a good day. Bye, Francis. Love you too. We'll talk to you later.
Bye, Francis.
But yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up.
Okay.
Next time I'll have a little bit more coffee in me.
I've had a
Yeah,
second
what
cup.
time are we doing the live tomorrow?
8 o'clock. I've
Okay.
already scheduled it for the sampler so long. Oh, and then we have the Zoom. April, what is it, the
28.
28th?
28.
Yeah. So if you want to do the Zoom, you just have to email me. Let me put that in there. If you want, let me put my email.
What time's that going to be?
I think. Why are you asking me such hard questions in the morning?
Testing.
I said, why are you asking me such hard questions?
Too early in the morning for questions.
2:30.
2:30.
2:30 to 4:30 or whenever. And we're going to do, for whoever wants to, we're going to sew the
3-yard quilt.
3-yard quilt. You just have to have your material cut out.
Cut out. Yep.
Yeah, Sharon. So it's going to be 2:30. Hey, Andrea, if you want to participate, you can just come out, hang out, talk, and sew and whatever you want to, do whatever. You just need to email me so that way I can send you the link to the Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
And but we're going to do the 3-yard quilt and see if we can finish it in that time span, which we should be able to. I think it takes like an hour once everything's cut out because it's just
Mm-hmm.
yeah. And just get together and sew and talk and whatever whatever comes up.
Mm-hmm.
I might get some popcorn and not sew and just watch you all sew feverishly. But anyway, so if you want to participate in the Zoom, it is not live, so it's just us sewing and talking. So you can dress however, be however, and I'll send you the link. Just email me. Oh, and that is the wrong. It's not Walkward Quilter, Georgia.
Walkward.
Yeah, take out that W.
Walkward.
Walkward. Let me put the right one down in there. And I don't send out the link until about the Friday before. So Friday, and then it's on a Sunday afternoon. If you want to participate. And you don't have to be a subscriber. We just have to be able to see your face when you first get on there. I need to make sure that you're a live person and recognizable. And then if you want to be off camera and just have your voice on from that point on, that's fine. But we do need facial recognition when you first get in. Because, we don't want no bots in there. But, so ladies, did you have anything else to say? Want to wrap it up? Yeah, Bernice, I hope you can get your camera working. Now, there's a couple of you that said that I did not send a link to, and you're not in chat right now, but I looked and I do not have your email request. So yeah, you didn't get a link from the last one. So if you just want to send, and this is for people who may be watching the replay, you'll just have to email me to make sure that you have it in there. And so any last words, ladies?
Nope. It's going to have to go and get busy doing something.
Okay.
Yeah, I got to get my lights in here.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you all. I enjoy this every Sunday morning. And I'm going to be honest, every Sunday morning I drag and like, are we going to do this? What we're going to talk about? But then I get to see you all, and it's like talking to friends.
It is. We are friends.
We are friends, but I mean, it's actual contact and not chatting, not in the chat. It's actual conversation. And
I look forward to this.
I do too.
Yeah, I do too. One day I'm going to meet up with Deb. I'm just going to show up at her door. I got her address. I'm just going to show up at her door.
Quite a few people have my address now.
Yeah.
Yeah, better watch out.
Yeah, I might have to get a
They might reach your door.
I might have to get a P.O. box for the people that aren't in the know. But I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate everybody in the chat who joined us this morning and everybody that's going to watch the replay. We love to have you here. It's a small group, but we really enjoy this. And
have a good day. It's sunshine in here, so.
Yeah, and if you're doing this so long, or you're just following along with the Rita's so long, we will be doing it on my channel for the next 7 weeks? Is it 7, 6 weeks? 6 weeks, and the final one Rita's supposed to do. Because we have seven. We have 7 more blocks. Huh?
She'll get you talked into it.
No, I told her she has to do the final one. She's gonna have to do that final because
she said, I wonder whose idea this was. At least I was like, it was Rita's idea.
Yep. So Rita started it. Rita's going to end it. So I'm going to do the next couple of weeks to get us to the last block, and then we will.
You're going to have to come up here with us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, once you get your camera working, you're more than welcome. Anybody's welcome to join us.
Oh yeah. We like to put faces with names.
Yep.
Yeah. I love it. Who needs friends outside in this real world? I'll just keep my virtual friends.
Sit in your house and have friends. Right.
I make quilty friends. They're nice.
Yeah. And if you get tired of them, you can just say, oh, gotta go. Turn off the camera. Bye. But I appreciate you. I am going to end this stream. And y'all have a blessed Sunday.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.